Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining again, for meeting me back here on Conversations with Kim talk show. I'm your host, Kim, and welcome to the village. I am super excited about today, and I I'm not going to get too overly be ahead of myself, but I just want to tell you that I am super excited about our guest today, right? I love talking about hair. You wouldn't know it by looking at mine, but I do love talking about hair. Anything about hair, shopping, purses, traveling, you can count on me to chime in on that conversation, right? So, as always, I do want you to feel comfortable. I do want you to interact with one another, join in on the comments. Please ask questions because we will have a Q&A portion at the end. So this is going to be very interactive. And I just want to, tell you a little bit about our guest before she comes on. Oh my God, I love her. So she is a master hairstylist. She works at Ulta Beauty Salon. And let me tell you something. If you work at Ulta Beauty Salon, you know what you're doing. They don't hire everybody over there. It's not like going over to the neighborhood beauty salon, right? This is Ulta, where everybody comes in from every walk of life, and you got to be able to do what you do. And she does what she does. So she works at Ulta Beauty Salon in Citrus Park, Florida. That even sounds glamorous. And she's been doing this over 9 years. Family, village, everybody, please help me welcome Kanisha Mallea.
Hi, Kim. Hi, Kim's family.
Hi, Kanisha.
Hi, darling.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to the village. So glad you're here.
Thank you.
Been trying to get you here for a minute, but thank God you made it. And I just want to jump right into it. So tell us, what is a master hairstylist?
Well, at Ulta, there are different level of stylists. You have to definitely earn your title. So I've earned the title over several years, and that is basically based on my clientele, my skill, and then also the retention and the knowledge that I have in doing hair.
Awesome, because I know you have a lot of return customers, right?
I do,
I
definitely do.
follow you on Instagram and I like all of it. All of it. I hit the heart
Thank
for
you.
everything.
You're right.
So Kanisha, is there a fundamental difference in the different hair types?
Um, there is a difference in hair types. One thing that is for certain is you have to know your hair type.
Mm-hmm.
Different hair types is going to include whether it's straight, being fine. Fine hair ranges from different textures and diameters. So you have fine, you have medium hair, you have thick, coarse hair. So yeah, you definitely need to, take a look at what type of texture you have in order to know what products are good for you and what
Awesome.
haircuts are good for you too.
Right, right. Because when you say different haircuts are good for you,
Mm-hmm.
so I know that has something to do with your face shape. Is that right?
Right. Yeah, your face shape, also what the hair does based on the texture. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So if your hair is fine and you want volume, then you're going to have to go into a certain haircut that involves layers in order to get that volume. If your hair is like coarse, but you want it to be like really, really straight, smooth, and silky, then you're going to have to get, a haircut that fits that texture as well.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Hmm.
perfect. So this is a question that I've always wanted to ask a master hairstylist.
Okay.
And so I want to know, just across the board, not just me, but like all of us, how
Hmm.
often should we be washing our hair?
Okay. So this is a hot topic question.
It is.
So so for me, the way that I like to explain how often you should wash your hair is based on a plant. Plants require watering, i.e., the scalp.
Yes.
Okay. And if you want your plant to grow, you're going to water it. So if you want your hair to grow, you're going to wash it, you're going to cleanse it. So I recommend shampooing at least once a week.
Okay.
Once
Okay.
a week. I don't care what your texture is because I deal with all textures. I
Mm-hmm.
deal with, multicultural hair.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone should be cleansing their scalp at least once a week. And cleansing doesn't necessarily mean shampoo. You can cleanse
Oh,
with conditioners, which is called co-washing. And that goes for, especially your curly haired girls. They could definitely benefit from co-washing than using shampoo every time they need to cleanse their hair.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And so I've heard the term cold washing. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
really familiar with that. So how does that work? You just putting conditioner in your hair and washing it out, or how is that?
Okay, so the steps that I recommend for co-washing are going to be: you need to rinse your scalp, particularly your scalp, because we're cleansing the scalp and not necessarily the hair. So cleanse your scalp with warm water. And you want to do that for about a minute or two. And I mean warm, not hot. So do that for a minute or two. And then you go in with a conditioner. And that is going to then moisturize your scalp, moisturize your hair, and the warm water has already cleansed all the residue and stuff off. So
Hmm.
there are some brands that actually make co-washing products for you if you
Okay.
don't just want to use the conditioner that you already have.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So you said that you service multicultural
Mm-hmm.
hair.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me some practical tips for different hair types.
Okay. Hair type, fine. You definitely need a very light shampoo and a light conditioner. It doesn't matter, the the texture of it. It just needs to be light because with fine hair, the problem that they face is a lack of volume, or
Hmm.
products wearing their hair down. So you definitely want to use a light shampoo and a light conditioner. Your medium textures are gonna need something a little bit heavier but still light because we all want volume, we all want moisture in there. And those textures can only soak up so much of that moisture and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, with your coarser textured hair, you need a heavier, more moisturizing shampoo and conditioner. The way I like to describe the conditioner is the consistency of it. If it's kind of like if you pick up a dollop of it and it can easily fall down, then that's great for fine textured hair. If you pick
Hmm.
up a dollop and it, kind of drops out your hand slowly, then that's going to be for your medium. But if you pick up a dollop of conditioner and it is like you got to kind of throw it down to get it out of your hand because it's heavier, then that's perfect for coarse hair.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
You're getting all
Practical.
tips
If
today.
Hey, look, you got to make it easy because I mean, hair is important to each one of us, whether it's a
Yes.
man or a woman. So we go in stores, and because Ulta is a store, and the salon happens to be towards the back of the store, where all of your professional products are. We get a lot of questions and see people like going through the aisle, and you just know like they're having questions. They don't know which product to pick. So,
Mhm.
they can read the bottles just as we do. Like we definitely read the bottles and all. But yeah, so that's an easy way to tell.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what is the best way to keep your hair healthy on a budget?
Okay. So, budget-wise, to me, key staples are going to be more in your conditioning and the
Okay.
things that you do to your hair after you shampoo and condition your hair. So this is so touchy, but what I'm going to tell you is a lot of the time, the more designer shampoos and conditioners are going to be better for your hair because the ingredients are more thought of and they have more quality to them. Okay.
Hmm.
So if, let's say, you can afford one good product, let that be your conditioner.
Okay.
Okay. Because I mean, cleansing the hair a lot. So on the market, there's sulfate shampoo and there's sulfate free shampoo. The better choice is going to be the sulfate free
Hmm.
because sulfates are detergents and detergents dry out your hair. So
Oh,
if you can go with sulfate free, that's fine. But let your conditioner be a more designer brand if you
hmm.
can splurge on that. A lot of the times, you don't have to use as much product either, especially when you cleanse with warm water before even going in with that shampoo. That's the problem you run into when you don't really invest in a good shampoo and conditioner.
Okay.
So the ones that maybe cost a little bit more can actually take you a longer way if you use them in the proper way.
Okay.
I can give you tips on the process that you probably should take in cleansing your hair and taking care of your hair,
Hmm.
like using, the shampoo that you can afford, using the conditioner that you can afford, and rinsing that conditioner out with cold water.
Oh,
That's going to lock in the whole purpose of the conditioner, which is moisturizing the hair and the scalp.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you shampoo your hair with warm and you rinse out your conditioner with cold.
Well, I've been rinsing out all my conditioner.
Right. Yeah. And then you have to, and then you're like, oh my goodness, why is my hair still dry? Like this product isn't as good as it say it is, and I spent all this money. Well, you kind of like easily you've opened the pores with the warm water, so you lock in what you put in with the cold water. So
Okay.
definitely rinse your conditioners all the time with cool water.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. So I want to ask you one more question before we take questions from the village.
Okay.
Um, any advice for people with permanent color or highlight?
Yes. As far as if you're like if they're doing this at home or if they're going to a salon to get it done. Which one?
Well, probably let's talk about the people who are doing it at home because
Okay.
that's yeah.
Yeah, there are and I can completely understand that. Like I have some clients that I haven't seen since the salons have been open due to them not feeling comfortable. And I
Hmm.
completely understand that. Like we don't want you feeling like you've risked your life to get your hair colored or, cut or anything. So I would suggest that if you're going to do your color at home, try to go with a line of color that says natural. There are some brands on the market that are specifically ammonia free, so go for those. When you are maintaining your grays, those are at the roots of the hair. So only color the root of your hair. Don't put the permanent color all the way through your hair because that is going to dry your hair out and it's going to make it look, brittle, and you're going to have to do more recovery just because you've put it all over your hair. Just color your roots.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that explains a lot for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about anybody else, but that explains a lot
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, just
So
color your roots.
I want to take a few questions. What brand name shampoo and conditioner do you recommend for medium to coarse hair?
Um, well, because I work in a Redken salon, a lot of the products I'm gonna recommend are Redken because It definitely can transform your hair. So in Redken, medium texture, I would definitely go with the All Soft Mega. It is a hydrating, um, heavier consistency shampoo and conditioner. So All Soft Mega is wonderful for medium textured hair. Also, in a different line, I would say Sexy Hair has like many lines that are all sulfate free.
Okay.
Okay. So they have lines that are dedicated to curly hair. They have lines that are dedicated to medium texture, and it's gonna say it on the bottle as well.
Okay.
Another really great deep conditioner that says it on the bottle is gonna be Wella.
Wow.
Wella has, yeah, it's called Wella Brilliance. It's a hair mask, actually.
Oh,
Wonderful. And they have it for, written on the bottle, fine hair, medium hair, and coarse hair.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Let me see. Do we have any more questions in the village so that we can go ahead and take advantage of you being here?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Let
So
me.
while you're waiting on questions,
Okay.
I'm gonna just go through the process of like easily maintaining your hair and keeping it healthy.
Perfect.
So like I said, you want to shampoo your hair. You want to rinse your hair really well for a couple of minutes with warm water before you go in with shampoo.
Mm-hmm.
Then you want to focus that shampoo on the scalp, not necessarily on the hair, because as you are getting that shampoo in the scalp, it's gonna, especially when you rinse it through, it's gonna take care of the residue that's on the hair. And you want to feel your hair to see if it feels, like there's less residue on there. And if you need to go in again, just go in again with a smaller amount of shampoo.
Okay.
And then you rinse that out really well and you turn your water to cool. I cannot emphasize that enough. A lot of my clients, they actually look forward to the cool part now when the water turns cold because I definitely give them that warning. But they look forward to it and they do it too at home and they say it really makes a big difference in my hair. So you rinse that conditioner out with cool water and then you want to towel dry your hair. If you can towel dry with a microfiber towel, that's great. But don't be rough if it's like a regular towel. You just want to go through and squeeze the water out with your towel.
Okay.
And then for styling, you want to go in with the liquid leave in conditioner. Ones that I can recommend that are awesome, no matter your hair type or texture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's going to be Redken, One United, 25 benefits. Purology has a really great one. I think theirs is like 21 benefits. But most lines have a liquid spray and leave in conditioner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you want to spray that all throughout the hair. And then you want to go in whether your hair is fine textured hair, you may not want to go in with a cream because at that point, this is where we're going to add extra moisture for smoothing, to tame flyaways, to make the hair itself like look shiny. And then you want to follow that up with an oil. And
Okay.
then you want to dry your hair, however you dry your hair, air dry, blow dry, but definitely put your products in while the hair is damp, and it'll make a big difference in your styling.
Okay. We have one
Mhm.
question here. It says, do the same rules for women apply to men when it comes to maintaining hair?
So for some reason, men have the almost like the best hair ever.
Oh, wow.
But what I would recommend for men, and men don't want to spend a lot of time with their hair, so they definitely want to use like sometimes they can get away with in a sense 3-in-1 shampoo, body wash, and conditioner. And
Okay.
believe it or not, Reckitt makes a really good one. And I think J. Crew has one. And so that's going to be okay for them because you also have to think about the fact that sometimes their hair is shorter. And they just really don't want to focus on that. But if, like, let's say the guy has longer hair, I would suggest he follow the same rules.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
see Logan in the comments. He's saying best advice ever.
Oh, thanks, Logan. Hair is my thing. Like I just absolutely love hair. I always have. So
It definitely shows on your
yeah.
Instagram post that when I follow you and I see the work that you've done, the transformations,
Yeah.
and I see some of the people share their even after they leave the salon, they'll send a picture to you, and I'm like, okay, this is phenomenal. I get excited. I'm not even involved in the process. So, um, let me see. Talicia's asking, what type of product can you use to maintain a healthy, shiny look without weighing your hair down?
So that's where the steps that I mentioned earlier, which is applying your products, whatever it is, even if it's just a serum, because we want the hair to remain light.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to weigh it down. So you can apply after shampooing and conditioning your hair while the hair is damp. Apply a serum to your hair and then dry your hair, whether it's blow drying or air drying it. So that you want to lock that shine in before the hair dries. And then if you need a little bit more shine, add a smaller amount from the mid to the ends with a serum. And then you can get a little bit more shine that way. But I like to have the shine look more natural and not like sitting on top of the hair. I rather it look like it's coming from the inside of the hair out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that natural glow.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, that's all we have time for today. We definitely need to get you back, Kanisha. This has been
Yeah.
a pleasure. I knew I was going to have fun. I so love you. I love you, what you do, and I've seen your work. So this has been a treat for me. So thank you so much for joining us in the village.
You're welcome, darling. I really appreciate you having me. I appreciate your guests watching me. And I mean, I'm at Ulta. So if you ever have any questions, you can definitely come in or you can find me on Instagram. Hopefully she has my information there for you. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you have a question, I'll definitely answer your question.
Awesome.
All
Awesome.
right.
Again, thank you so much. And we'll definitely have to get you back for a follow up.
All right, darling. Thank you for having me.
All righty. Bye now.
All right.
Oh my gosh. I don't know about y'all, but that was very informative. I had no idea, number one, that I was supposed to be putting the cool water on my hair to wash, to rinse out the conditioner. And I had no idea about the color that I shouldn't be coloring like all my hair, which is why it was kind of crunchy on the end sometimes, after a couple of weeks, it was kind of looking crunchy. And your hair shouldn't look crunchy. So I'm just saying that I've clearly been doing something wrong, and thank God for Kanisha. So I really hope that something was said today that encouraged you, and you got some information that's going to help you have healthier hair during a pandemic. I do have a few announcements before we go. Get ready for a new look on my page. I'm so excited. My team has been working overtime. You saw a couple pictures that I took from a photo shoot recently that I posted on my personal page. All this stuff is coming together, and we are getting ready to bedazzle and wow you. So I'm excited about that. Um, Also, next week, I am going to have a financial expert, you don't want to miss this. I'm super serious. You don't want to miss next week. She's going to be talking about assessing your financial future. This is not the time to miss conversations with Kim and come into the village. You need to bring everybody for this one, especially with the times that we're in and what's going on. And then finally, this coming Saturday, I'm over my time, but this coming Saturday, I'm having a special session. 3 people are going to be here. So I do need you to come and support and ask questions on this coming Saturday at 11 a.m. And remember, silence creates distance, but conversations with Kim builds the village.